Howdy everyone, it's me once again, the one and only Killer Dan. And today, as you can see, I'm still continuing my Disney movie marathon, where I'll be talking about the movies, TV shows, merchandising, theme parks, I don't know, whatever the case may be. If it's related to Disney in any shape or form, I'll be talking about it. So for this video, I want to talk about something spooky, something Halloween related, because as far as I'm concerned, Halloween's year round. Oh, definitely. So I'll be doing a book review, Alice in Zombieland. Though technically speaking, Disney had nothing to do with this publication, just throwing out there. Yes, things get pretty gory, pretty bloody, as you might expect. And this book has no relations to another book that has the same title, Alice in Wonderland, Alice in Zombieland instead of Wonderland. Get it? But you get the point here. But yes, this book I actually did read a while back, like several years ago. Just throwing it out there. I'm just saying that these two books has no correlations with each other whatsoever. They just happen to share the same title. So anyway, while that has more of its own story, this one, however, how to put this? Well, okay, we all know that there was a book that was published, Pride and Prejudice, right? And that got pretty popular. And then someone did like their own zombie version of it. So it's pretty much that. They pretty much did the same thing here. Nicholas is the name of the author of this book, and he has been around for quite some time, and he has made several books. I just happened to stumble across this specific book, and he does credit the original author, obviously, because it's more or less the same kind of story. Obviously, he's just doing his own take this time around when it comes to the spooky, weird stuff going on. Anyway, as always, let's just talk about the story, shall we? Let's just jump right in. Things get weird. In this version of the story, Alice herself does follow this black rat into this grave and finds herself in this nightmarish ward filled with zombies and monsters, as you might expect. So yeah, what a strange turn of events for a main character, and things don't get any easier from here on forward. So yes, this has something to do at first with this graveyard kind of a thing. So okay, not a pleasant way to start a day, but here we are, I guess. It just starts off rather strange and just gets weirder and weirder as it goes. Remember Alice was big in Disney's version? Yeah, that's still a thing in this movie, quite obviously. So anyway, she does encounter various creepy and weird, bizarre characters. I guess at the same time, not only that, Alice herself must face her own personal horror as her body begins to decay, and she must find a way to escape from the dead Red Queen, and she must find a way to escape from this bizarre place. Oh, definitely. Even Alice herself is getting tormented in this place, and would she be able to put herself back together? Well, of course, you're gonna have to read the book yourself if you want to find out. I would rarely talk about spoilers in videos, but I'm just throwing it out there. And okay, I know it's not often I would talk about a book, really, but I just figured do this. I want to talk about something horror related, something spooky related, and I just thought talk about Disney and just do two things at once, I guess. Like the whole thing with the cards and painting the roses red. That's still a thing. She meets up with the queen. Yes, of course, that's still a thing. It's just that with zombies, of course. Yeah, I like the whole courtroom scene. Think of that, but filled with zombies. Oh, definitely. You get the point. Like this entire place is filled with zombies. Everything in here is literally is the undead. So yeah, if this book sounds like completely crazy, like really out there, that's because it is. That's because it absolutely is completely bonkers, I guess you can say. So there you go. Not really for the faint of heart, I guess. So There you go. Yes, of course, I'll talk about the original illustrator who made the original artwork. This time around is shown in here, yes, but just made into some really weird art, creepy art. I mean, okay, to be somewhat fair, really, that's not that hard to do. The original artwork was already weird as it is, so ultimately, yes, I do like the artwork here. The artwork here was actually not too shabby, really. It's well done, really well done, of course, in the grand scheme of things. I like the artwork. Not only that, I actually thought this was pretty solidly written. The way it was written, it wasn't too bad, of course. The tone of this book is pretty bizarre, as you might guess yourself, of course. And yeah, it's really important in that case. Alright, I have to throw this out there for real quick. And yes, of course, even though I don't think it needs to be said, but I'm just throwing it out there for those who don't know any better. Don't be expecting this to be the same book like you might have grown up as a kid, like when you were younger. And you know, a lot of people out there read the original Alice in Wonderland, the original book. I mean, don't expect this to be like 100% exactly the same. Of course not. So just think of this as a doorway, like kind of like how Alice went through a door. Think like that. She went through a doorway and just spent some time there. That's what this book is. You go into this world and just spend some time there, really. But ultimately, my only real complaint really is that for this book is that the ending felt rushed. If the ending here felt extremely rushed, so when it got to the pretty much close into the end of the book, it felt really, really, really rushed. Ultimately, that's my letdown for it. I mean, it still beats the remake that Tim Burton did. That was an awful movie. But yes, ultimately, the biggest flaw I had for this is just that the ending felt a bit rushed. So there was that. Anyway, I'll give this book, this version anyway, an overall rating of a 6.9 out of 10. It gets a 6.9 out of 10 from me. So as always, thanks for watching and take care. See ya. Oh yeah, later. Oh yes, even this thing was a zombie. Oh okay, so I guess this is what I spend my time reading. All right, sure, whatever. Anyway, until next time, folks. Oh yeah.